Hello everyone, welcome to Ford at SEMA 2014. My name is Rebecca, I'm a product specialist, and I represent Ford at auto shows and special events nationwide, but this definitely has to be one of my favorites. And we've got a great show for all of you here today. Ford has always had a massive presence at SEMA, and this year is no different. And if you haven't walked through the display yet, I definitely recommend checking it out. So we have a very exciting year with the 2015 Mustang. You'll see lots of those around, as well as the 2015 F-150. And we have Expeditions, Transits, and Fiestas, and a whole lot more. And if you go outside to Ford Out Front, there are even more custom vehicles, race cars, and dozens of Ford partners. Now, speaking of the Mustang, congratulations are in order for the builders of the custom vehicles that helped Ford win the hottest car of SEMA for the 3rd consecutive year. And we're very lucky, we have a special message from a good friend of Ford, Ken Block.
Hello, I am Ken Block, and I am here at the Ford press conference on video because actually in reality I am down the street at the global rallycross race trying to win a championship. So that's why I'm not here in person. But today we are launching a project that's been in the works for 2 years. The car we call the Hoonicorn, which is a 1965 Ford Mustang notchback that has been modified to be all-wheel drive. It's the only performance all-wheel drive Mustang in existence, and it is awesome. So please check it out here to my right at the Ford booth. So enjoy it.
And there it is, folks. Quite a car, 825 horsepower out of this Mustang. And incidentally, this is going to be the star of Gymkhana 7 that is coming out pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. So thanks a lot to Ken Block, and let's all wish him good luck this weekend. And now's a great time to remind you that Ken Block and other Ford racing drivers, both from past and the present, will be available for photos and autographs right here in the Ford display throughout the entire week. We will have a schedule that will be posted both at the info desk and over at our social media desk. Now, as you walk through the stand, there are going to be 2 nameplates that stand out this year. That's the Mustang and the F-150. And to talk a little bit more about these iconic Fords, I would like to bring up Dave Parasak, Ford Vehicle Line Director and the Chief Engineer of the 2015 Mustang. Welcome, Dave.
Thanks, Rebecca. Hey, everybody. I'm really glad to be here. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I know that I sure am. And as a Mustang fanatic and the chief engineer of the 2015 Mustang, nothing excites me more than seeing so many modified Mustangs in one place.
So I understand you have a special connection with the Mustang, but I'm sure you also know a thing or two about the new 2015 F-150.
I sure do. The F-150 has been setting the benchmark in the pickup truck market for the past 37 years. And after we first introduced it, we've sold over 33 million vehicles, easily making this one of the most important vehicles that Ford has ever built. And now for 2015, the F-150 is going to up the game again for everyone in the industry with an even tougher, stronger, and more capable vehicle. A new high-strength steel frame, all aluminum body, and an innovative new 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6 that, get this, is putting out 325 horsepower and 375 foot-pounds of torque. The 2015 F-150 is definitely a game changer. Also, if you go out Ford Out Front, there's a bunch of cool Transits out there to take a look at, including the ultimate limo, the Skyliner.
As I walked around, I've seen off-roading trucks, drift trucks, lowriders, so many different varieties to choose from here. Is there anything that really stood out or impressed you here at the show?
You know, the F-150 is a great platform for modification, and it's great to see what everyone has done with it. I think the 2 that stand out for me is Addictive Desert Design is one of the trucks, and then ARE as well. Just fantastic vehicles. I'd love to get behind the wheel and go off-roading with those.
Definitely. So let's get to your specialty now. What do you think? The Mustang.
The Mustang. The Mustang is a very special vehicle of the Ford Motor Company. It is the heart and soul of our company. It's also extremely special to America as a whole. 50 years ago when we introduced it, people hadn't seen anything quite like it. The sales in the first decade were absolutely phenomenal. And even to this day, we sell every Mustang that we can build. Now, being the chief engineer of the 2015 Mustang, well, it was a bit of a responsibility. As you can imagine, nobody wants to screw up an icon. So what we do, we threw the rule book out, we re-engineered it from the ground up, and put an all-new independent rear suspension in, upgraded interior, and expanded our engine offerings as well. A lot of the changes for the Mustang really lend themselves well to tuners and customizers alike, and a 2.3-liter EcoBoost really responds very well to tuning, and we've seen that with some of the tuners getting over 500 horsepower out of the 2.3-liter, as you can see with MRT, Montoon, and full race as well.
That's incredible. So I see on the wall over here to the right, we have the Mustang Unites collection, a bunch of global ponies. What can you tell me about them?
Well, I can tell you that the Mustang is going global. We're going to put it on every continent on the planet except Antarctica, and the team is working on that. We're going to be in over 140 countries, and we're going to ship both left-hand and right-hand drive Mustangs right out of Flat Rock, Michigan. What do you guys think of that? Pretty cool.
So did you or any of the audience have a chance to see the Mustang gathering at Ford out front yesterday? Anybody? I think we have some footage, so let's check it out. From every year of production that was on display at this awesome gathering, and most of these cars are going to be out in the Ford Out Front display for the duration of the event. If you haven't checked it out outside, I definitely encourage you to give it a visit. Thank you so much, Dave. And now I'm sure that all of you have been wondering what's under the cover here, right? So to tell you, I am pleased to introduce Jamie Allison, Director, Ford Racing. Jamie.
I'm all right.
Now, before we start, I understand you had an exciting time at NASCAR over the weekend.
Oh, yes, we did. We at Ford Racing like to push cars to the limits, both on the track and off the track. And you know what I mean if you're watching the race down in Texas. But seriously, the other thing we like to do is focus and work on great cars, such as the all-new 2015 Mustang. And I'm sure all of you are wondering, what is under the hood of this car? Well, it will bite. It's a snake, and one of our most famous snakes. It's been a legendary, the King Cobra has been a legendary name in Ford performance history for over 50 years. Let's go back to 1963. Carroll Shelby stuffs a High-Road 289 in a Cooper Monaco, and the King Cobra was born. Fast forward to 1970, aerodynamics rules the day, especially in NASCAR, and Ford brings out the Torino King Cobra. And then, a few years later, in 1978, the disco era, Ford Motor Company stuffs a V8 in a little tiny Mustang II. And of course, a beautiful little King Cobra in the hood, and a phenomenon was born.
Jamie, as much as I'm enjoying this history lesson, you're teasing us. What's under the cover?
I'm talking history, and you want to see what's under the cover?
Yeah!
You guys want to see what's under the cover? Yeah. All right, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, pull it! Okay, pretty simple. You open up the Ford Racing catalog and you get one of everything, and this is what you end up with. Under the hood, we pump out another 200 horsepower from the V8 and to get up to close to 600 or over 600 horsepower. We got a catback in the back, and of course, with the new IRS, we got a heavy-duty half shaft with a drag pack. We also got some Recaro seats and a short throw shifter. And of course, those beautiful wheels and tires, custom built for the King Cobra.
Jamie, I think you're forgetting something.
You and that snake on that hood. Yes, of course, it's got a snake on the hood, just like back in the day.
Yeah, and it looks menacing and all, but what I want to know is what kind of time is this going to throw down in the drag strip?
You know what? I can tell you, but this is Vegas, baby. I'm going to show you. Now, come on, guys. How about that? Sub 11 seconds, 128 miles an hour. Basically, an IRS Mustang with just some bolt-on parts from Ford Racing. And oh, by the way, Dave, none of this would be possible if you had not built the best Mustang ever. Right, guys?
Yeah.
And of course, you see the men in black over here. Come on, guys, don't be shy. The men in black are the people who work at Ford Racing who actually put this car together and made it happen. Guys, thank you for all you do.
Truly an awesome ride. Thank you so much, Jamie.
All right, do I have to leave?
It's time. All right, so that just about wraps us up, but there is always more to see, and there's something for everyone here at the Ford display. Also remember to check out Ford Out Front. We have vendors, we have drifting exhibitions, and even chances to win ride-alongs with the Ford drivers. And many of those drivers are going to be right here in the Ford display, starting with Richard Petty at 12 noon for autographs. So come on back here, we have a schedule over at the info desk. And if you head over to that Global Rallycross event, make sure you cheer on. Woo! There he is!
Keep going.
Make sure you cheer on Ken Block and our other Ford drivers, and keep an eye out for Gymkhana 7 coming out soon. Thank you so much for coming, everyone, and have a fabulous day.
How about that, Rebecca? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But we have a king in the house. Okay, King. I don't know what do we do after we have you in the house.
Well, we all take off and have a break for dinner, okay?
Okay.
That sounds good. But I tell you, I've been so busy looking around, you can't take a break here. This is unreal.
I agree.
Yes.
Plus, I think you have a great looking car over here, don't you?
Well, yeah, I think it's somewhere. They probably got it here.
I know, and I'm glad that...
We're going to unveil it and let everybody look at it, okay?
Okay, and you're going to be around to sign some autographs, but the king wanted to come in and say hello, and then you'll be seeing them here shortly.
Yes, sir. We'll be here. Right over there, okay? Thank you, Graham.
All right, thank you.
All right.